Hi everyone, very good morning to one and all, and a warm welcome to all the listeners. And today is the third session regarding the introduction to HTML. In the previous two sessions, we have seen about the some of the basics of HTML, that is the history of HTML, and then we have seen some elements in the HTML, and then basic structure of a HTML language. And then in the second session, we have seen about the how to write and execute some of the basic tags in HTML language. So in the last session, we have seen about 6 types of heading tags, that is H1 to H6, and how to use a paragraph tag. And then we have seen how to use a break tag, where break tag is used to uh, write the text in the next line. And similarly, we have seen about one of another tag called as marquee tag. So this marquee tag is used to scroll the text from left to right or right to left on your screen, output screen. So we have seen marquee tag and different attributes of marquee tag. And then in today's session, let us see a few more tags. In the previous sessions, I have explained about bold tag, that is a B tag, italic tag, that is I, underline tag, big tag, small tag, and then strong, superscript, subscript, and then strike, mark tag, blink tag, and to draw a horizontal line, we use a HR tag. And if we want to change the size of the font, we use the tag called as base font tag. And then in order to change the style of the font, we use the tag called as font tag. For all these tags, we have seen about the theory part in the previous two sessions. And now in today's session, let us see how to use these particular tags in our HTML program, and then how these tags will behave. That is what will be the output of this particular tags will be shown in today's class. So let us quickly move on to the our So we already seen we are working with Edit Plus software in order to work with HTML programs. And this is the program what we have seen in the last class. That is, we have used this H1 to H6 headings in order to display headings with the different font sizes. And then we have used a paragraph tag. And then in between the paragraph tag, we have used the break tags in order to display the text which is after this break tag in a new line. And then we have used this marquee tag in order to scroll the text on the output screen. So this is the things what we have covered in the last class. So now in today's class, let us remove all these things. Let us come to the basic structure of our HTML. That is, it contains a HTML tag followed by a head tag. And if we want to include the title of our web page, then we use this title tag, and the title of the web page will be given here. And then after giving the title, we have to close the title tag, and then head tag should be closed. And the actual information which we need to display should be mentioned in between the start tag of body tag and the end tag of body tag. And finally, we close our HTML program by using an end tag of HTML. So in today's class, let us start with, let us take some text. Let us consider some text. For example, let us have some text from our website. Let us copy some text from our website and let us apply some of the, one second. Okay, let us copy the text which was here. Okay, I'm copying this text and then I'm going to work on this text in our program. So let us use a paragraph tag in order to represent the text which was here in a paragraph. So I used the paragraph tag in order to represent all the text what I have copied from our website. Now, okay, this is the paragraph what I have copied from the website. Now let us apply each and every tag what I have mentioned earlier. That is, in today's class, we are going to apply, make a note that we are going to apply bold tag, italic tag, underline tag, big tag, small tag, strong tag, superscript, subscript, and then strike tag, and blink tag, mark tag, horizontal line, that is HR tag, base font tag, and font tag. So now just let us see the output of this particular program. Save the program. As all we know that in the last session, we have saved this particular program with CSC.html. I already mentioned that when we are working with HTML, we have to save the program with .html extension. We all know that when we are working with C, we save the program with .c. And when we are working with Java, we save the program with .java. Similarly, when we are working with HTML, we have to save with .html extension. So this particular program was saved at documents. This particular program is saved at in documents. Yesterday we have seen, and this is the program CSC. It is an HTML file. Okay. So in order to see the output of our program, just double click on this icon. So you can see the output of this particular program. So you can see here the title is there. There is the Chabrol Engineering College. I will open the program and I will put this program aside so that we can observe the entire things. So here in the title, we have given Chabrol Engineering College. Okay. So the title is appeared here. All of you can see that Chabrol Engineering College. And then inside the body, we have taken one paragraph and we ended that paragraph. In between there is a few lines of matter, that all the matter which is in between that paragraph start tag and tag is represented as a paragraph in our web page. Now let us apply some bold tag for some part of text inside the paragraph. So let us consider. So let us apply bold tag. So the bold tag is defined by using B, as all we know that it is not a case sensitive language, so that we can use capital B or small b. So I want to bold the year 2008. So I started the bold tag before 2008 and then I ended the bold tag after writing the text of 2008. Now save the program and just refresh the button. So now you can observe previously the entire paragraph is with same font size or same style, or entire thing is not bolded. But here you can observe that 2008 has been somewhat highlighted. That is, the 2008 is bold because we have applied the bold tag for 2008. So let us remove this bold tag and check the output once again. You can see the difference. Save this program, save this one, and then refresh the output window. So you can see the entire text, which nothing was bolded there. Now just apply the bold with some bold for some other text. For example, I am applying this bold tag for Chabrol Engineering College. I closed the bold tag. So now save the program and observe the output. In the entire paragraph, Chebrolu Engineering College, the text will be bolded. So save the program and then refresh the things. So you can observe Chebrolu Engineering College is bolded and the remaining part of the paragraph is not bolded because we don't apply any bold tag for all the remaining text. If we close the same bold tag here, you can observe that the entire text is going to be bold. Refresh. You can observe the entire text is bold. So this is how we can highlight any of the text on the web page, or we can apply some boldness to any text that may be a number or a text. We can apply boldness by using this bold tag. This is the use of bold tag in HTML. Now let us use, this is the previous output. Okay, Chebrolu Engineering College is bolded because Chebrolu Engineering College is kept in between the start and end tag of bold. Now let us apply a tag called as italic tag. So that italic tag is defined by I. So I want to, we all know that italic means that the letters are going to bend somewhat. Okay, so let us see what happens if we apply italic tag. So I'm going to apply italic tag, which is defined by using I. Okay, and I am closing this particular italic tag here. So I'm applying italic tag for Sri Vishveshwaraya Educational Society. So I'm going to apply italic tag for the text Sri Vishveshwaraya Educational Society. So just save this particular program, save this one, and this is the previous output. Now refresh so that we can get the new output. You can observe. So that's apart from Chebrolu Engineering College, which was bolded, apart from this one, the remaining text was similar. Now, if we press on the refresh button, you can observe Sri Vishveshwaraya Educational Society. The text was appeared slightly bended forward. Okay, you can see that. So this is how, if we want to display any text in italic, so we can use the tag called as italic tag, and it was defined by using I. We can use the I tag in order to represent a text in the italic format. So let us see what happens if we apply the same italic tag for all the text inside the paragraph. Let us start the italic tag here. Now save the program. Okay, and then refresh the thing. You can observe the entire text other than Chebrolu Engineering College was bended slightly to forward. And this is how we can use italic tag, right? So we have completed 2 tags today. That is the bold tag and italic tag. So let us use the tag called underline tag. Underline tag in the sense, if we want to display some information with underline, we can use this underline tag. In order to underline some text in the HTML document, we use a tag called as U. So, for example, I want to underline Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya. I want to underline this particular text Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya. So I will start a tag called as U before Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya, and I will end that particular tag whenever this Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya name was completed. So now you can clearly observe the output that Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya will come with an underline. So this is the previous output. Nothing was, there is no underline below any text or any word. Now, if you press on this refresh button, you can observe that there is some underline at the bottom of Moksha Gundam Vishveshwaraya. It seemed because we have used this underline tag. We have used this underline tag, that is U tag, and we have ended this U tag here. So the text in between start U tag and the end U tag will get some underline. Right. Next one. So up to now we have covered three things: bold, italic, and underline. So let us see another tag called as big tag. What this big tag do is, whenever we write some content in between the start big tag and the end big tag, that particular content will be somewhat high font than the other. For example, let us use this big tag for this educational system. So my tag name is big. So I ended the big tag here. So the content in between the start and end of big tag will be somewhat higher font than the other text in the web page. So save the program and just press the refresh button. You can see Chebrolu Engineering College, which was bold because Chebrolu Engineering College was represented in between the start and end tag of B, and then was established in the year 2008. Is normal because we don't apply anything to that, by the devoted group of eminent professionals and industrialists having a long outstanding experience in up to in. It was a normal text, but then education system was somewhat bigger than the other text in the output page, because that educational system was represented within a big tag. So it will be it will have a little bit more font than the other text in the web page. And next one, we used this underline because we got underline for Moksha Gundam Vishveshwaraya, and Sri Vishveshwaraya Educational Society was represented with italic. So it will be the Sri Vishveshwaraya Educational Society text will be bended somewhat forward. And now, along with the big tag, we have one more tag called as small tag. So let us use this small tag for educational for change of life. Let us use this small tag for the text education for change of life. So let us see what happens if we use this small tag for this particular text. So save this program. Now observe the output. This is the previous output. Now see where is that? Here it is. Education for change of life. So now refresh the page so that it will, the font of this particular text, the font of the text which was highlighted here will be somewhat lesser than the font of other text in the web page. Please observe. You can see. So education for change of life is represented in between the small tags of HTML. So education for change of life is somewhat smaller than all the remaining text in the web page, where education system, the text education system was represented in between the big tag. So the education system was somewhat bigger than the other text in the web page. So this is how we can use small tag and big tag. And then let us use one more tag called as strong tag. Strong. So what this strong tag will do is, this strong tag will highlight some of the information what we wanted. Strong. Let us close this tag. So now you can observe we have used our strong tag for outstanding experience. Here it is. We have used strong tag for outstanding experience. Now to save this particular program. 1 second. Save this program. And now observe this outstanding experience. You can see that the outstanding experience has been highlighted because that this particular outstanding experience was represented within the strong tag. That is why it is somewhat highlighted than the other text in the web page. Okay, so next one, superscript tag. So let us write this superscript tag in the bottom. So I want to write x square. Okay, I want to write, let us take it as one more paragraph, x square plus y square equal to z square. I want to end this particular paragraph. Okay, now save the program and see the output. Save this program and see the output by pressing on the refresh button. So you got x2 plus y2 equal to z2. What we want is, we want x square plus y square equal to z square. So the 2 should be represented somewhat at the position somewhat higher than x and x comma y and z. So how to represent the 2 at somewhat higher position? In the sense, we can use a tag called as super tag and end that super tag here, so that save the program, so that that particular 2 will be represented at somewhat top position. Save the program and now run the program. That is see the output. So you can observe here that the 2 was somewhat the position of 2 was somewhat higher than x. Now it is looking like x square. Similarly, do the same thing for the remaining remaining 2's in along with y and z. That is super and then end tag of super. Now start superscript and then end tag of superscript. Now save the program, save this one and refresh the page. Now you can observe we are getting an align as x square plus y square plus equal to z square. So this is how we can keep some letters or digits somewhat at a position somewhat higher than the normal text. And now let us write one equation. Here my equation is, here I am going to use one more paragraph tag. I'm going to use one more paragraph tag. Here my equation is xa, okay, xa equal to ya plus za. xa equal to ya plus za. Where I want to keep this a, in the sense I want to keep a somewhat below than x, somewhat below than y, somewhat below than z. If you observe the output of this particular code, here we have xa plus ya, xa equal to ya plus za. But I want to use this a just below x, y and z. So in order to make that a somewhat below than x or somewhat below than y or somewhat below than z, use a tag called as subscript tag. Okay, so let us see the output for x and we can change for Y and Z later. So let us see. Save the program first. Save the program here. Save the program, and now refresh the page. You can see A is somewhat below than X. That is XA. Similarly, we can do the same thing for YA and ZA. Just apply the subscript tag. Subscript tag. Similarly, for ZA also apply the subscript tag. And now save this program and refresh the page so that you can see the output. So that you can see the output XA equal to YA plus ZA. So this is the use of this superscript tag what was highlighted there, and subscript tag. That is, if we are using superscript means, so we have used superscript at 2 that means those twos are at the top of X, Y, and Z. That means they are showing that it has a X square plus Y square plus Z square. And when we use a subscript, we have used the subscript before A, 3 A's. Those 3 A's are somewhat below than X, somewhat below than Y, and somewhat below than Z. This is how we can display the squares or some subscript on a web page. So we can display a superscript by using a superscript tag. We can display subscripts by using a subscript tag. And let us see one more tag called as EMP tag. Sorry. Let us see another tag called as strike tag. Strike tag in the sense, if we want to display some text with a strike through on the text. For example, when we are writing a notes on any subject, if we do some mistake, we will immediately strike that sentence or strike that particular word, and we'll rewrite the word after that particular strike. Similarly, if we want to display some text with a strike on the web page, we can use this tag called as a strike tag. So for example, I want to strike eminent professionals and industrialists. Eminent professionals and industrialists. So, strike, and I want to end the strike at. I want to end this strike tag after industrialist. You can observe eminent professionals and industrialist. That particular statement was in between strike tags. So now save this program. One second. Save this program, sorry. And refresh this particular web page so that the changes will apply. So you can observe eminent professionals and industrialists. We have applied strike tag for eminent professionals and industrialists. So this is the previous output. Now just refresh the page so that you can see the new output. You can see there is some strike. You can see there is some strike here on eminent professionals and industrialists. This is possible because we have used the strike tag. We have used the strike tag for eminent professionals and industrialists. So that was strike. So if we use the same strike tag for all the, what happens for all the, one second, if we use the strike tag for all the text in the paragraph, see that entire paragraph will get some strike. You can see the entire paragraph. We have started before the eminent and we have ended after the Visvesvaraya Educational Society. So the strike was appeared for all the text from eminent to the society. So this is how we can have an horizontal line on a text, not horizontal line under the text. If we want a horizontal line under the text, we can use a tag called as U tag. And if we want a horizontal line on the text, then we have to use a tag called as strike tag. And then there is one more tag called as mark tag. Mark. So if we want to highlight some text, we can use this mark tag. So we know that and the entire paragraph. In the entire paragraph, I want to highlight that particular thing, that is the established in 2008. I want to highlight this particular thing. So if I want to highlight that particular thing, so I can write that particular thing in between mark start tag and mark end tag, so that that particular thing will get highlighted. So established in 2008 was represented in between the mark tag. Now save the program, okay, and observe the output of this program. So you can observe, we don't use any color system here. We don't use any different things here. But the thing which was represented by the mark tag was highlighted with yellow color. So this mark tag, particular mark tag is used to highlight some text. For example, if there is something called as uh, if you are trying to apply for a gate application, if you are trying to apply for the gate next year, you will generally go to the gate site. In the gate site, some scrolling will be there. Some scrolling will be there. The last date to apply for gate 2122. The last date to apply for gate 2020 or 2021 is somewhat, for example, let us write the entire sentence. I want to scroll something like the last date to apply. So if I want to scroll, I use a tag called as marquee tag. In the marquee tag, I am writing this one. The last date to apply for gate 2021 is that is somewhat like let us have a date called February 1 is February 1 2021, and let us close the marquee tag. Okay, let us save this program, save this one, and observe the output. You can see that there is some text is scrolling from right side of the screen to the left side, and the text is saying that the last date to apply for gate 2021 is 1st February 2021. So for example, among all that particular text, if I want to highlight the date, just I can use the mark tag. So I want to just highlight the particular date. I want to highlight this particular date. So I am going to use tag called as mark tag before the date, and I am going to close the mark tag after the date. So now save this program, save this code, and yes, this is the old output. You can observe that the date was not highlighted. You can observe the text is moving. So you can observe the last date to apply for gate 2021 is 1/2/2021. Here that nothing was highlighted. Just now refresh the button to apply the changes what you have made on the edit plus. So now you can observe text is again moving. So you can observe now the date gets highlighted. So if we want to grab the attention of the viewer, so many people are viewing the web page. For example, if you are searching in a site and some if the people of the particular site want some information to be seen by each and every visitor, then they will highlight that information. So the highlighting of such information is possible by using a tag called as mark tag. Okay, this is how we can highlight any information by using the mark tag. Okay, right. Now let us have a look at a tag called as blink tag. Blink. So this particular blink tag, as we studied in the previous session, if we want to display some text on and off, the text will be on for a second and the text will be off for a second. If we want to make on and off of a text, we can use this blink tag. Okay, so in the blink tag, I want to represent it to apply first register here. To apply first register here. So some text to apply first register here. The last date to apply for GATE 2021 is 1/2/2021. So in order to apply for that GATE, so this we have to register at some point. So that point was represented between the blink tag. So now save this one, okay, and apply the refresh button, and you can see, I think it is not applied. Wait for a second. I think my browser is not supporting this blink tag. Some browsers may support and some browsers may not support. So this blink tag is used to blink some text on and off on your web page. So at present, I think my browser is not supporting, I think, and I will show, and I will work with another browser. And if it is blinking in my laptop, means I will show in the next session. No worry. So keep that in mind, and that blink tag is used to on and off some text on a web page. And next one, coming to the next tag, here I am using a tag called as HR tag. And let us see what happens if you use this particular HR tag. So this HR tag is an empty element. We have already studied about empty elements, the elements which do not have any content, or the elements which do not have any end tag are called as empty elements. In today's class, up to now, we have seen about multiple number of tags called as bold tag, italic tag, underline tag, strike through, superscript, subscript, and then big, small, and etc. Multiple number of tags we have seen here. Each and every tag is called as a normal element because, for example, you can see here, we have used a paragraph tag, and this paragraph tag is having an end tag. So it is normal element. And then if you use the bold tag is having some end tag. So these are the normal elements. But if you observe the HR tag, HR tag do not have any content, and HR tag do not have any end tag. So that is why HR tag is called as an empty element. So see what happens when we use HR tag. We have used the HR tag between this last date to apply and to apply first register here. We have used HR tag in between these two lines. So in between these two lines, that was scrolling above the line, and the next line was represented after the line. So there is some horizontal line. So there is some horizontal line on the web page. So this horizontal line is possible when we use HR tag. So let us see. Let us use this same HR tag in between the two equations. Those are the x square plus y square equal to z square and xa equal to ya plus za. So I am using, HR tag. I am using HR tag in between the two equations, x square plus y square equal to z square. You can see at the left, x square plus y square equal to z square, and xa equal to ya plus za. I am using HR tag in between these two. So save this one, and this is the previous output. There is no horizontal line between these two equations. And if you press the refresh button, the changes what you have made in the edit plus document will be applied here. You can see there is some horizontal line So there is some horizontal line between these two equations, x square plus y square equal to z square and xa equal to ya plus za. So if we want to write, or if we want to show some horizontal line on a web page, we can use this tag called as HR tag. So HR tag is used to draw horizontal line on a web page. So let us see what happens if the same HR tag has been applied in between the paragraph. Okay, this is the paragraph and I'm using this HR tag before the word having. Okay, save this one and refresh the web page. So there is some horizontal line. This is the entire paragraph, but in the entire paragraph I have used a HR between having. Before having, before the word having, I have used the HR. You can see here, before having, I have used this HR. That is why there is some horizontal line before this having word. After the horizontal line only, this text have been printed. So this is how uh, we can use this HR tag. If you want to draw some horizontal line on the web page, means we can use this HR tag. So there is one more tag called as BR tag. BR tag. There is a lot of difference between BR tag and HR tag. For example, let us use this BR tag. We all know, we have already seen about this BR tag. When we use a BR tag, that means we are applying some break. We are applying the break in the sense the text which was represented after the BR tag will be represented in a new line. So here I am used BR tag before industrialist. Okay, industrialist. So that industrialist, from the industrialist, the entire paragraph will be represented in the next line. So let us see both these tags, BR tag and HR tag are called empty line, empty elements. Okay, now save this one, and this is the previous output. Now I'm applying, I'm clicking on the refresh button. You can observe. Shape Role Engineering College was established in the year so and so, and there is some matter, and then industrialist was represented in the new line. Here we have a lot of space, but industrialist was represented in a new line. This is because we have applied break before industrialist, so that the industrialist was represented in a new line, and after the industrialist we have applied HR. That means after the industrialist we got some horizontal line. So when we use the HR means the things will be represented in the new line, but there will be some horizontal line before the remaining things. When we apply BR means the things after the BR tag will be represented in the new line. So there will be no horizontal line when we use BR tag. So break tag is used to represent the remaining text in the new line, where the HR tag is used to represent the remaining text in the new line along with a horizontal line in between. So this is how we can use HR tag and BR tag. And let us use a tag called as base font tag. So this base font tag is used to change the size of the font. So let us use this base font tag and let us observe the things. Here I am using a tag called as base font tag. And this base font tag contains one attribute called as size attribute. Size equal to, here I am going to mention something called as some 100, and after this blink tag I am going to end this base font tag. I'm going to end this base font tag. Now I'm saving this program. Observe this one. We are applying base font with a size of 100. Okay, with a size of 100 for a text called as to apply first to register here. Okay, for this text only we are going to apply this base font tag. So now press, this is the text of the previous, this is the output of the previous code. Now let us see the output of the new code. One second. I think this base font tag is also not supporting here. I think for HTML5, the base font tag is, I think the base font tag is not supported in HTML5. Okay, let us cover this base font tag in the CSS. So in the CSS means in the next classes, we are going to work about cascading style sheets, the second part of unit 1. So in the CSS cascading style sheet document, we can apply this base font tag. So there I can show you the usage of this base font tag. I think this base font tag is not applicable in HTML5. So if you want to use this base font tag, we have to go for CSS. So we can see this base font tag in the next coming classes of cascading style sheets. So with this, I'm closing today's session. I'm closing today's session. So let us have a quick look at all the things what we have used in today's class. So we have used, I'm writing here, we have used paragraph tag in order to represent a paragraph. And then we have used the bold tag. So in order to apply some boldness to the text, we have used italic tag in order to apply italic for some text. And then we have used underline tag in order to underline some part of text. And then we have used big tag. So big tag is used for a big tag is used to represent some text with some somewhat bigger than the other text. So no problem. Now apart from writing this, let us see all the things here. Let us apply the things in a program and we can see here. So this is the basic, I came to the basic structure, refresh the page so that it will come to the basic structure. Now use all the tags what we have used till now. So first one, we have used paragraph tag. So I'm using all the tags what we have used in this session till now. So I'm using the same text for all the paragraph, for all the tags. First one, we have used paragraph tag, okay? And then we have used the bold tag. So I'm using the same text for all the, tags so that the difference, we can observe the difference. And then italic tag, okay? Italic tag. And then underline tag, okay? Underline tag. And then big tag, and then small tag, and next one, after the small tag, we have used some strong tag, closing tag, right? The closing tag for the strong. And then we have used the superscript tag, and then we have used the subscript tag, superscript and subscript. And then we have used the strike through tag, and after the strike through tag, we have used the tag called as mark tag, which is used to highlight some text. Mark tag, let us use the closing tag, okay? And then after the mark tag, we have used the blink tag. Don't worry, this blink is not working. We will show in the next, I think my browser is not supporting. And then HR tag, which is an empty element which will display some horizontal line. Okay, so let us use this HR tag in at somewhat after the big tag. Let us use this HR tag here so that we can observe the clear output. So these are the tags what we have used till now in today's session. Okay, so now save this program, okay. Save this particular program, and then observe the output of the program. So you can observe the output of the program. So keep the two things aside. Okay, keep the two things aside. Okay, first one, we have used paragraph tag for Chebrolu Engineering College. So that is why Chebrolu Engineering College was represented as a paragraph here. And then we have apply bold tag for Chebrolu Engineering College. So second one will be somewhat bold than the first one. Okay, and then we have applied italic for Chebrolu Engineering College, and this is the italic part of Chebrolu Engineering College. You can observe in the output italic part, the words, the letters are somewhat they are bent forward, and then we have used underline. So Chebrolu Engineering College will have some underline. So the fourth name Chebrolu Engineering College is having some underline. So let us use some tag called as BR tag. Let us use some BR tag here so that you can clearly see all the output. One second. Apply the BR tag after each and every. Apply the BR tag after each and every line so that the output will be displayed in different lines. Now save the program. And observe the output of the program. So you can see now. It is clear now. I think it is clear for everyone now. So keep the two things aside. Okay. So the first one is paragraph tag. The second one is bold tag. The third one is italic, where the letters are bended. And the fourth one is underlined. This is the fourth one. And the fifth one is big tag, where the Chebrolu Engineering College was somewhat bigger than the other Chebrolu Engineering College text. And next, small tag. There the font was somewhat lower. Strong tag. Strong tag means the text was somewhat highlighted than the other text. And then superscript tag. Superscript tag in the sense the text was somewhat higher position, and the subscript, the text was somewhat lower position than the normal text. Okay, so let us delete this break tag. And you can observe. Let us delete these two break tags. Now save the program and run the program so that you can observe. Now you can clearly observe what the superscript tag and subscript tag does. We have used the superscript tag. That is why Chebrolu Engineering College is somewhat higher than the normal text, and we have used the subscript tag for the next Chebrolu Engineering College. That is why it is somewhat lower than the previous text. And then strike. So this there will be some horizontal line on this Chebrolu Engineering College text. This is the output of the strong tag. And then mark. If we want to highlight something, we can use this mark tag. So that is why this Chebrolu Engineering College is got highlighted. And then blink tag. Blink is not working in my browser, and I will show the blink tag in the future classes if possible. If it is working in any other, I will check with other browsers today or tomorrow, and if anything is working, I will show that blink tag also. Okay, so let us see the base font tag in CSS. Okay, now with this I am closing for today. And thank you one and all for your valuable time, and I hope everyone is having some enough knowledge today. And in the next classes, I'm going to cover about some of the topics. In the next classes, I'm going to cover about the remaining topics of this HTML, and we can see in the next classes we can see about the anchor tag. Anchor tag means if we want to apply some link, we can see in the next. If you want to apply some link on the web pages, we use anchor tag. And then if you want to display some tables, we use some tags. And if you want to insert some images into the web page, we use a tag called as img tag. So these all are the tags we will cover in the next classes. And if you have any queries regarding today's session, you can just comment in the video, or you can just text me. I will reply at any time. And thank you once again. Thank you all for being patient. And we will meet in the next session. Have a good day.